Many of you have seen the West End building with the oak tree growing on the roof. Remember the media drama around replacing it. Our next guest is an internationally renowned landscape architect with an international who's who client list. But he is here tonight for a different reason. While playing tennis one day, he experienced a sudden cardiac arrest. Fortunately, the tennis club had just installed an AED machine and several people knew how to use it. It is a miracle that I am able to say this now. Please welcome to this stage, Ron Rule.
Thank you, Sam and Lynn, for this opportunity. Without the quick response of the people around me and the AED, fire and ambulance first responders, I would not be standing here tonight. An automated external defibrillator is a portable electronic device that checks heart rhythm. Thank goodness a portable version of it was invented in the 60s by an Irish physician. If needed, it will send an electric shock to the heart and restore normal rhythm. Time is critical. Within 4 to 6 minutes, a lack of blood flow can cause brain damage. Heart and Stroke Foundation says a heart attack is a circulation problem. Cardiac arrest is an electrical problem. Sudden cardiac arrest kills 35 to 45,000 Canadians each year. Survival rate out of the hospital is 5 to 10%. I would like to review my cardiac arrest and events leading up to it and how we might increase survival rates, which is pathetically low, and a message of awareness and hope. Sudden cardiac arrest is unpredictable. It can happen anywhere, anytime, and any age without warning. Sudden cardiac arrest depends on the people around you. When I was taking a tennis lesson, on the court at the same time was a dream team. 4 people had CPR training and AED training. Greg Tolliday, playing next to me, had purchased an AED machine for the tennis club. I am taking a tennis lesson. This is after I spent the day with a client, went to the nursery, back to his site, skipped lunch, and was probably dehydrated. While taking the tennis lesson, I felt lightheaded and disoriented, as if a plug was pulled out of a socket. My instructor sits me down and tries to walk me outside. I collapse on the tennis court. Greg notices my gasping for air and gets the AED in the office about 50 feet away. Another tennis player calls 911. I regain consciousness when they're cutting my shirt and comment, "Hey guys, this is my favorite tennis shirt." They were putting the 2 pads of the AED on my chest. I again woke up momentarily after the first shock, and it is somewhat like you see in the movies. I thought it lifted me off the floor of the tennis court. And again, I told them, "Hey guys, please don't do that again." The AED is voice activated, and I could hear it saying, "Assessing, assessing." It will not shock you unless it's required. One of the coaches, Alejandro, was saying, "Stay with us, Ron, stay with us, Ron." Approximately 6 to 7 minutes, fire and ambulance first responders arrive. Greg said he was tired of giving me CPR and was glad that they arrived. The interesting CPR rhythm is the classic disco song by the Bee Gees, "Staying Alive." I was not stable enough to be put in the ambulance. The fire and ambulance responders worked on me for 45 minutes. I was shocked 4 times. My next recollection was in the emergency with my wife. Ironically, I felt great and wanted to go home. Not the case. I was there for 4 days and they inserted an ICD, which now I have my own defibrillator. I now work full-time, bicycle and go to the gym and play tennis as if I did before. How can we improve survival rates of cardiac arrest? I think the number one thing is education and training. Norway, CPR is a mandatory part of school curriculum since 1961. They have a higher survival rate in Norway, almost 25%. The British Heart Foundation says our vision is for every child to leave school knowing how to save a life. We need more AEDs in public spaces. As a matter of fact, tonight I couldn't find one in the lobby. Certainly in schools, BC schools have about 60% with AED. All schools should have AEDs. In the Lower Mainland, we have a lot of high-rises. San Diego has a municipal code for 3-minute response to an AED location. They require 1 AED placed at the entrance of each floor. More people die from cardiac arrest than fire. As Fiona said, one of my first responders who is applying to medical school, stay calm, assess the situation, act quickly, call 911, apply CPR, and get an AED. My wife asked me if I changed since cardiac arrest. I'm not sure. I'm not very religious or spiritual. I can hardly remember what I did yesterday. However, on my office, next to my office door, I have the pictures of 2 first responders, Fiona and Greg. Attached is a yellow note that says, "Every day is a gift." People ask me if I saw light at the end of the tunnel. My answer is no, but there must have been a light over me. God bless first responders. They are the heroes. Thank you, and thank St. John's Ambulance.